I speak to you as night settles and the noise of the day releases its grip. I see the fears you carry into the dark and the thoughts that rise when the world grows quiet. I am not absent while you sleep, nor unaware of what troubles you. I watch over you when your eyes close and I guard you when your strength rests. Lay down without fear, because I remain awake. No threat moves unseen, no danger approaches unnoticed, and no shadow crosses your life without passing under my authority. Rest now, for I am your shield through the night. I remain with you when light fades and vigilance loosens. I do not require your awareness to protect you. While your body rests, my watch does not pause. I know the way fear tries to follow you into sleep, whispering unfinished worries, unresolved conflicts, and imagined dangers. Yet I tell you that the night does not belong to fear. It belongs to rest, because I govern even the hours you do not control. I see the enemies that rise against your peace, both visible and unseen. Some come as external pressures, others as internal voices accusing, threatening, or replaying moments you wish you could forget. But I surround you. I place my protection not only around your body, but around your mind. I quiet the thoughts that attempt to steal rest. I silence the echoes of the day that try to invade the night. You do not need to stay alert to remain safe. That burden is not yours. I stand guard where you cannot. I am a shield that does not weaken, a presence that does not sleep. When you lie down, you are not exposed, you are covered. My protection is not fragile. It does not depend on luck, light, or your own strength. It rests on my authority. I know how darkness amplifies fear. Sounds feel louder, thoughts feel heavier. The imagination runs unchecked, yet darkness does not diminish me. I formed both day and night. I am as present in silence as I am in activity. When you feel vulnerable, remember that vulnerability does not cancel my protection. It invites trust. I watch as your body exhales tension you carried all day. I see the strain in your shoulders, the weariness in your spirit. I do not rush you to rest, I ease you into it. My presence settles over you gently. I calm your nervous system. I slow your racing thoughts. I remind your soul that it is safe to release control. There are battles you fought today and battles you avoided. There are words spoken and words held back. Some victories were quiet. Some wounds remain tender. I do not ignore any of it. As you rest, I heal what you cannot reach consciously. I restore what exhaustion has depleted. Protection is not only about defense, it is also about restoration. I see how fear tries to convince you that danger increases when awareness decreases. Yet I tell you that safety does not require your vigilance. It requires my presence. I am present. When you trust me enough to sleep, you are not being careless. You are being aligned with truth. Rest is an act of trust. I surround your dwelling. I stand between you and harm. Nothing approaches you without passing through my authority. I intercept what would disturb your peace. I redirect what would cause harm. I dissolve threats before they reach you. This is not wishful thinking. This is governance. I know how memories surface at night, regrets replay, conversations repeat. Fear reinterprets events. Yet I guard your mind. I do not allow what overwhelms you to define the night. I replace rumination with reassurance. I anchor your thoughts in my presence. You are not alone with your mind. I see how your heart scans for safety signals. I send them through peace. When your breathing slows, when your muscles release, when your thoughts soften, that is my protection at work. I am teaching your body to trust again. I am retraining your nervous system to recognize safety. I do not abandon you when consciousness fades. I remain attentive. I monitor what you cannot. I remain alert while you rest. The same authority that governs nations watches over your sleep. The same power that stills storms guards your breathing. I know how fear questions vulnerability. It tells you that rest invites harm. Yet I tell you that rest invites healing. When you sleep under my protection, your body repairs, your mind resets, your spirit recovers. Fear weakens because strength is restored. I see the night terrors you fear, the dreams you wish would not return. I guard your inner world. I filter what enters your sleep. I limit what disturbs your rest. I do not promise absence of all disturbance, but I promise presence through it. I watch how your trust grows when you release control. Each time you sleep without fear, confidence deepens. You learn that protection does not require effort. It requires surrender. I receive your surrender gently. I am attentive to the environment around you. I govern what is seen and unseen. I command peace to settle. I instruct safety to remain. I do not miss movement. I do not overlook threat. I am precise in protection. I know the night sometimes feels lonely. Silence can feel heavy, yet I am near. My presence fills spaces silence cannot. You are not alone in the dark. I do not withdraw with daylight. I remain. I see how fatigue lowers defenses. That is why my protection increases. I compensate for weakness. I cover what you cannot manage. You do not need to earn safety. You receive it. I guard you from physical harm and emotional overload. I regulate the stress responses that try to spike at night. I soothe the part of you that anticipates danger. I remind your body that it is safe enough to rest. I know the enemies that rise when you lie down are often internal. Fear of tomorrow, fear of loss, fear of vulnerability. I stand between you and those fears. I absorb what threatens your peace. I replace it with calm. I watch as your consciousness drifts. I remain anchored. I do not drift. I remain vigilant. I remain intentional. Protection is not passive. It is active, continuous, deliberate. I do not need you to understand how I protect you. I only invite you to trust that I do. Mastery does not weaken protection. It strengthens trust. When you accept that safety exists beyond your awareness, peace becomes accessible. I see how deeply rest heals. I guard that process. I ensure that restoration is not interrupted. I create conditions where healing continues uninterrupted. I restore strength quietly. I do not leave gaps in coverage. There are no moments when you are unguarded. There are no seconds when you are exposed. My protection does not flicker. It remains constant. I see how the night prepares you for morning. When you sleep under my protection, you rise stronger. Fear loses momentum. Confidence returns. Clarity forms. Protection extends into the next day. I watch over your dreams. I allow what strengthens and restrict what harms. I use the night to teach your body what safety feels like again. I recalibrate your sense of threat. I do not minimize your fears. I disarm them. I address them with authority. I replace hypervigilance with restfulness. I teach you that you do not have to stay awake to stay safe. I remain when lights go out. I remain when thoughts slow. I remain when breathing deepens. I remain until morning comes. You are covered. You are guarded. You are safe to sleep under my watchful care as the night passes quietly and protection holds steady without interruption. When you place the night into my hands, you give your strength permission to return. The day takes from you in ways you do not always notice. It pulls from your attention, your patience, your emotional reserves, and your physical endurance. By the time darkness arrives, you are carrying more than you realize. That is why I invite you to trust me when you lie down. Trust at night is the doorway to renewal. When you release the need to remain alert, your body begins to repair what effort depleted. I see how your thoughts resist quiet. When motion stops, unresolved moments surface, conversations replay, worries multiply. Yet night was never designed for solving tomorrow's problems. It was designed for restoration. When you trust me enough to stop striving, peace settles into places tension occupied all day. Your breathing deepens, your muscles loosen, your heartbeat slows. This is not accidental. This is how I restore strength. I know you fear that letting go will leave you unprepared. You believe rest may cost you control, but rest under my care prepares you more fully than vigilance ever could. While you sleep, I restore what effort cannot. Your cells repair, your mind reorganizes, your emotions recalibrate. Trust allows this work to proceed uninterrupted. I watch how peace arrives quietly. It does not demand attention. It does not force itself. It settles gently when resistance fades. When you trust me at night, you stop guarding every thought. You stop monitoring every sound. You allow calm to take root. That calm rebuilds you. I know how exhaustion magnifies fear. When strength is low, uncertainty feels threatening, silence feels heavy. Darkness feels unsafe. Trust counters this distortion. It reminds your inner world that safety does not depend on awareness. Peace grows when fear is no longer fed. I do not rush the work of restoration. I allow it to unfold at the pace your body requires. When you trust me, you do not fight sleep. You welcome it. You allow vulnerability without panic. That surrender opens the way to deeper rest. I see how rest restores emotional balance. Feelings that felt overwhelming during the day lose their grip after sleep. Perspective returns. Decisions feel lighter. Trusting me through the night allows your inner systems to reset. Peace grows as alignment is restored. I remain active while you rest. Trust does not mean absence of care. It means transfer of responsibility. I take what you release. I guard what you cannot monitor. I sustain what you cannot maintain. Knowing this allows your spirit to loosen its grip. I know the habit of carrying tomorrow into tonight. Anxiety whispers that preparation requires constant thought, but preparation without rest leads to depletion. Trust teaches you to honor boundaries. Peace forms when tomorrow is left where it belongs. I see how sleep rebuilds courage. Fear feels strongest at night because energy is lowest. Rest replenishes courage quietly. Trust ensures fear does not dominate when strength is weak. Peace becomes the atmosphere where courage returns. I watch how trust reshapes your relationship with uncertainty. Instead of resisting the unknown, you surrender it. That surrender stabilizes you. Peace grows when you accept that not everything must be resolved before rest. I observe how your body learns through repetition. Each night you trust me and wake restored, confidence increases. Your nervous system remembers safety. Darkness becomes associated with rest rather than threat. Peace becomes familiar. I know how past nights of fear left impressions, memories of sleeplessness linger. Trust rewrites those memories. Each peaceful night weakens old patterns. Restoration accumulates quietly, layer by layer. I do not require perfect trust. Even partial release invites peace. When you place even a portion of your concern into my care, restoration begins. Peace responds to willingness, not certainty. I see how night teaches dependence. Day rewards effort. Night reminds you of limits. Trust honors those limits. Peace follows acceptance of human fragility under divine care. I know how deeply rest shapes the next day. When you trust me at night, you wake with clarity. Decisions come easier. Emotions stabilize, strength returns. Peace carries forward into action. I am present in the transition between wakefulness and sleep. That moment often feels exposed. Thoughts drift. Control fades. Trust bridges that space. Peace escorts you gently into rest. I watch how trust softens resistance. The part of you that fights rest gradually relaxes. Peace takes root where vigilance once ruled. This change is subtle but enduring. I see how peace protects you from burnout. Without rest, resilience erodes. Trust ensures restoration continues uninterrupted. Peace becomes sustainable rather than fleeting. I know the belief that rest wastes time. But rest under my care multiplies effectiveness. Trust allows restoration to enhance clarity and energy. Peace reframes rest as preparation. I observe how night trust teaches humility. You acknowledge dependence. You accept care. Peace arises when self-sufficiency loosens. I remain aware of how your body processes stress. Sleep under trust lowers tension and restores balance. Peace is not only emotional, it is physical. I watch how dreams soften as trust grows. Sleep deepens, cycles lengthen. Restoration intensifies. Peace appears in the quality of rest. I know how rest repairs memory. Emotional experiences integrate properly. Distress loses intensity. Trust creates conditions for healing. Peace supports recovery. I see how nighttime trust strengthens spiritual sensitivity. Noise fades. Awareness deepens. Peace allows your spirit to rest without defense. I do not force peace. I invite trust. Peace follows naturally. When you stop resisting rest, restoration flows. I remain consistent night after night. Trust builds familiarity. Peace becomes expected rather than uncertain. I know how night once symbolized vulnerability. Trust transforms its meaning. Night becomes refuge. Peace replaces apprehension. I watch how rest restores patience. Short tempers soften. Trust ensures renewal. Peace extends into relationships. I am attentive to how sleep strengthens health. Resilience returns quietly. Trust supports recovery. Peace manifests as stability. I see how rest sharpens focus. Trust clears mental clutter. Peace enhances clarity. I know how often you underestimate night trust. Yet each restful night compounds strength. Peace accumulates invisibly. I do not leave you during unconsciousness. Trust acknowledges this truth. Peace rests on assurance rather than awareness. I see how rest reshapes expectations. Problems shrink. Hope returns. Trust nurtures optimism. Peace renews outlook. I remain with you through every breath. Trust aligns you with rhythm. Peace settles into cadence. I watch how trust heals disrupted sleep. Peace retrains your body to rest fully. I know how rest restores joy. Trust invites delight back into waking hours. Peace supports emotional vitality. I remain steady as effort releases. Trust transfers burden. Peace fills the space left behind. I see how night trust prepares you for resilience. Challenges feel lighter after restoration. Peace equips you quietly. I remain faithful in darkness. Trust recognizes constancy. Peace flourishes under reliability. I know how rest teaches receiving. Trust opens hands. Peace fills them. I watch how trust at night reshapes identity. You learn you are cared for. Peace affirms belonging. I remain engaged while you sleep. Trust allows restoration to proceed without interruption. Peace remains present. I see how night trust silences self-criticism. Inner voices soften. Peace allows grace. I know how rest rebuilds confidence. Trust enables recovery. Peace stabilizes assurance. I remain watchful without intrusion. Trust invites protection. Peace remains undisturbed. I see how sleep integrates learning. Trust allows wisdom to settle. Peace organizes understanding. I know how rest restores balance between effort and surrender. Trust harmonizes them. Peace follows. I remain present through every phase of sleep. Trust sustains restoration. Peace continues. I watch how night trust strengthens tomorrow's faith. Peace extends beyond rest. I remain your keeper in the dark. Trust anchors you. Peace surrounds you as strength rebuilds, clarity returns, energy renews, and restoration deepens quietly while the night continues to unfold under my care.